Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe. Thank you so much, first of all. We are 72 subscribers at the moment, and I can't wait to reach 100. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fiorentina-Inter, a match in Firenze, which is always a very difficult and challenging pitch for us. Often we have witnessed bad performances, last-minute goals from Fiorentina that tied games. I remember the one of Jovetic when Skriniar lost the ball in our attacking area, and then with the counter-attack at the last moment of the match, we got the goal from Fiorentina. It was a stab in my heart. But let's talk about tomorrow's game. Fiorentina plays with a 4-3-3, which means that we will have difficulties in constructing the game, but we should have a little bit of freedom, more than usual, in our midfield area. It's going to be an interesting duel, the one between Amrabat and our wonderful Çalhanoğlu. Amrabat is coming back from an injury, but he's a very good player, and our Chala, we know everything about him. So that's going to be one of the most crucial duels in midfield. And there are other interesting players in Fiorentina that I want to mention. One is freaking Bonaventura, ex-Milan. Of course, because of this, I hate him. I hate his guts. And let's see, usually also plays pretty well when it comes to playing against Inter. Maybe he feels something more as an ex-Milan player as well. Apart from Bonaventura, we also have to mention one of the most interesting duels. Last week we had the one between Di Marco and Candreva, a duel between an Inter player and ex-Inter player, and this week as well we will have Dumfries against Biraghi. I was thinking about Biraghi when I mentioned this duel because, I used to really be frustrated by his ability to push on the wing, to go to the end line and to cross. He was really, really bad at that. I remember tens, if not hundreds of times in which the ball was given to him on the wing. Inter maybe was not even winning, but tying or even losing. And instead of trying and going to the end line, he would just pass the ball back. This is also because both Dumfries and Biraghi are not good in dribbling. They are good maybe in going into the spaces. Dumfries 10 times better than Biraghi, but they're not good at dribbling. One thing in which I have to say that Biraghi is better than Dumfries is the technical ability to cross. He has a more, let's say, educated foot than Dumfries. But of course, no comparison between these two players because Dumfries is another level. He's so physically dominant that he's really, literally another level. And Jovic is out, which is good news for us. And let's talk now about Inter. What would I do? Because, it's difficult. If you read the starting lineups that the newspapers talk about, often there are many differences between the real starting lineup, so it's tough to judge. So it's better to tell you what I would do. First of all, I would play with Correa from the beginning. Why? Because Dzeko has played too much and he's definitely tired and he needs to recuperate to get ready for the match with Victoria, in which probably or certainly Lukaku will not be in the starting lineup. So Dzeko out is a good choice for that reason. But also Correa, justly, the Inter fans have started to be really frustrated with him, and in the last game in San Siro they booed him. So I think that in Firenze, being a place where there are not so many Inter fans compared to San Siro, he can have an easier life, less pressure, and he can try to express himself in the way that he hasn't done up until now. So Correa, I think, could be a good choice for this psychological reason and also for a tactical reason, because usually Fiorentina plays on the front foot. They attack the game with Italiano, while doing this open spaces for our counter-attack, in which Correa should perform very well. In this case, if Correa plays, I think the best idea is to start on the back foot as Inter, so waiting for them and then counter-attacking. If Dzeko plays, of course, it's a different story and we have to attack the game ourselves and start on the front foot ourselves. I don't know what to prefer because it's really difficult to read these games, but I'm just saying that Korea could be an interesting choice. As far as the defense goes, I would maybe play with Acerbi on the left and De Vrij in the middle. De Vrij needs continuity, so he's going a little better than before. Also not difficult to do that, to be a little better than before, because it was horrible. And I would have Acerbi on the left so that Bastoni can rest and get ready for the game with Victoria. Acerbi is one of the most solid players in our defense at the moment, much more solid than De Vrij, so I'm happy to see him on the pitch tomorrow. Let's see how it will go. It's definitely an exciting game, but one thing is for sure, this is the time to shrink the gap between us and the top teams. We have 8 points. We are 8 points behind, so there's a lot to do, and this is really the time to take this gap and to shrink it before the World Cup. Let's see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please punch on the like button. It's very important for me. And subscribe. See you after Fiorentina-Inter. Love you all, and thanks for watching. Ciao.